friends. I just finished working out. That's why I look like a haggard old sea hag. Okay? And we are up in my bedroom, so I know it sounds weird. Now, I'm waiting for the laptop to catch up, so just give me a second. Come on, I'm live. Let me go live. Am I live? I'm live. Come on. Come on, I'm live. Let me go live. Am I live? I'm live. Come on. Okay. So, hello. I'm sweaty. Okay, I'm sweaty. So all my hair looks greasy and disgusting. It's actually because it's wet from sweat, okay? I look haggard. I think it's funny. But yeah, I just finished working out, okay? I have a fucking tight-ass schedule. Tight-ass schedule. So my intention was to work out first thing in the morning before the channel membership, and that didn't happen because I wasn't feeling good. Now my boyfriend's not feeling good. That's why I'm up in my bedroom, because he's laying on the couch and I didn't want to make him move because I knew he didn't feel good. Hence why I'm up here. Jesus, my hair is bothering me. Okay, so I'm here because I didn't go live Wednesday. I don't even know why I need to change the name. Like, instead of this, what do you want Wednesday? We got to change it because I haven't gone live on a Wednesday in a while, but I always make it up. But oh, Jesus H. Christmas, Kimberly. Listen, who else shows up looking like this? Come on, give me credit for that, right? Give me credit for looking like a sea hag. It's still showing up live. Just saying, how y'all doing? I'm sweating bad. I'm going to stop bullshitting because I'm actually going to have to put us on a timer. I shit you not. We're on a timer because I only have an hour. I want to go live again on Sunday, but it's going to depend on my schedule, and I'm waiting for a couple of responses on emails because I had a couple spots open up, so I sent that out to people to see if they wanted it. If those spots get filled, I don't know if I'll go live, but my intention is to go live. Okay? Because I love going live over here. Obviously, I love the live interaction. Hence why I love the channel memberships. Because it's the live stream. And, not to try to be selling the channel memberships, because you know me, I'm not much for selling shit. But the channel membership, the new one, the hot seat / group coaching, I am obsessed with right now. And I love my Tuesday group. So it doesn't mean that that's not a good membership. I don't mean it like that. But there is something different in the air in the hot seat membership. There's something different. And I'm just really enjoying it. And I think other people are enjoying it as well. Yes, Anna. She enjoyed her fucking pizza. That's a story that the channel members know about because it happened right before I went live with them. But long story short, if you've ever thought about joining the channel membership, please do and join the hot seat one because it's going so well, I think. And we're good about setting a timer so we don't, spend too much time on one person and, or keeping track of who goes. That way, if we do get someone in the seat more than once, other people had opportunities first. I'm just loving it. But anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up. And I'm going to get into this chance or answering questions because we are on a timer today. Okay? So, all right.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Yeah, Siri, fuck off.
I won't respond to that.
Oh, it's fucking funny. Okay. Let me get to work. All right. ENZ. And I know who that's her initials. Her name's not really ENZ. Hello. Long time no talk, ma'am. I'm going to read your chat. New SP came in hot. Haven't spoken since Monday and supposed to go out tomorrow. For the first time, I'm triggered and feel back in an old state. Understandable. Okay. And listen, I love that you just wrote that. I know I was actually in the state for a bit because I just want to say this. I have to. And it's going to be patting myself on the back again, but I can't help it. I'm going to keep it real. This is the thing about at least on my channel and my perspective of coaching, my perspective of the channel membership, my perspective of interacting with you guys is the goal is for me, and the way I see it is like I am the mommy birdie who's gonna push the birdie out of the nest and get you to fly, because the goal is to get you secure on your own, manifesting and knowing you're doing it anyway. You're making your own rules, right? But you don't need me, you don't need anything. You can do it on your own. And that, it does not offend me when people, they reach the place where they're getting in the state and they don't need coaching. That's what's supposed to happen. So I just want you to still show up sometime on a live stream and fucking say hi to me, because I care about what's going on in your lives, but you don't need me anymore. And I love that. I love that, because that's the whole point, is knowing you're doing it. So anyway, when people come and go in the membership, that doesn't bother me. I expect it. Babies they gotta fly from the nest at some point. It's a good thing, right? Okay. So you're triggered and you're feeling like old self. Well, all right. Now, I don't blame you, especially if this is something you've experienced before. So we're seeing a pattern, right? We're identifying pattern. So when you're getting triggered, right? We're getting triggered. There's two different outlooks on being triggered. One of the outlooks is you're triggered because, you know, that belief, limited belief, is alive in the state, and that's the current state you're in. That's why you're getting triggered. And then there's the perspective of triggers are the indicator of that's not who you are anymore, and that's why you're triggered by it, because it's, you know, what is upsetting you is a damn lie, right? It's you know it's not your truth, and that's why it's upsetting to you when those thoughts come in, or when we see things in the 3D that don't line up with what we want. So the way I see it, both perspectives make sense to me, and I accept both. But if in the moment, so if you're triggered and you're actually upset and concerned that maybe we're not going to go out tomorrow night, that's the moment you want to remind yourself of who you are. Even if this is a pattern that you've experienced in previous relationships, this is where you need to remind yourself, okay, at my core, all I am is consciousness. I'm just consciousness. Whether that's God, universe, subconscious, whatever you choose to believe in, source energy, right? But that's consciousness, and that's all you are. And consciousness is flawless, limitless. So if that's who you are at your core, the limits that we believe we have, the limited beliefs, especially if we're seeing it in the 3D, and why we're getting upset in the moment, triggered, because we're seeing a pattern playing out again, or we think we are seeing that. We are choosing to step into that version of ourselves that has the limits. And we have the choice to make the decision to not be that self. So in those moments, remind yourself that all you are is consciousness. You have the ability right in this moment to decide you are no longer a limited version of self. You don't have limiting beliefs around love and relationships anymore. You're never going to be that version of self again. And really decide it. Declare it. That's not who I am anymore. I don't want to be old self. That's literally what I do. If I find myself reacting in a way that I used to, I declare it. No, I am never going to be that version of Kimberly again. I don't like what I'm currently seeing in the 3D because it's making me feel a certain type of way. It might be making me feel threatened that I'm about to experience something shitty. I don't have to brace for impact. And that's what you're doing right now, just for what it's worth, ma'am, Erica. You're bracing for impact because your 3D is looking familiar in an unfavorable way. And when we're getting in the place of bracing for, I just saw your comment, yeah, full brace. When we're getting in that place, that's why I bring up the reminder of who you really are, who you really are. So soothe yourself that I'm never going to be that version of self again. So even if worst case scenario, we don't see each other tomorrow night. And I know that's not what you want. And I'm not trying to get you to accept that you're not going to see your person. That's not what I mean. I'm trying to tell you that worst case scenario, even if you don't go out with that new SP tomorrow, That doesn't mean you're not going to get your manifestation. That doesn't have to mean anything, because everything has zero meaning until we give it a meaning. We give it the meaning. So the last thing we want to do is look at this and say, oh my God, here's my pattern again. Oh my God, I haven't gotten rid of my pattern. I'm not new self. I'm still old version, and that's why this is happening. No, that's your moment to make that new decision of, no, I'm not that. I am not old self. This is where my pattern stops. I'm not going to keep experiencing this. I'm going to start experiencing what I want. That's what's going to happen. No matter what my 3D is showing me, I'm going to get what I want. Period. Keep telling yourself, reassuring yourself that you are that new version. So if there's a fear of not feeling good enough, or abandonment, or not a priority, and I do believe that not a priority, I say this in my membership a lot, I do believe that not a priority is more connected to not feeling good enough. So whatever the belief is at play right now for you, or what you think is at play for you, decide that's not who you are anymore. And it really is just the decision. Even if you fall right back on it, fall right back out of it, it's okay. You don't have to put the pressure on yourself to immediately, I just clicked my own goddamn glasses. You don't have to immediately get into the wish fulfilled. That's a misconception in this community. Yes, it feels more sexy and sassy to be in the wish fulfilled, but we don't need to put the pressure on ourselves if that feels too resistive, especially if we are in a state where we are believing we are a limited version of ourselves, right? Your goal is to get to the next state. Don't worry about going to the wish fulfilled yet. Go to the next state. Well, what's the next state? Well, in your case, I'm going to say that maybe the next state is the version of you who believes that you've broken all your old patterns, that they don't exist anymore. The version of you that can accept and believe that you can be limitless. You can trust that manifestation is going to work for you. That's your next state. That's as far as you got to go. And actually, the first step is just calming yourself, centering yourself. They're one and the same. Chilling yourself out, right? Just chilling out for a minute, and then walk over to that next state. And then once you get into that next state, the state where we're putting a little trust in the law of assumption or manifestation, once you're there, your perception is going to start changing. Yes, you can use affirmations to help you embody. Yes. So it's for you, if you're into affirming, you're declaring it out loud. I am the version of myself right now. That's who I am. I am the version of myself who can trust that manifestation is working for me. I can trust my cycles are gone, or I have no cycles. I have no patterns. I am limitless. I truly am limitless. That's the next state. I can believe I'm limitless. I can accept that it's possible that I'm limitless and can really manifest anything I want. There's your next state. Once you get there, and you will, your whole mindset will start to change, because with each state, we put on new glasses, new perception glasses. Your perception is going to change. You're going to relax a little bit more. And then you work on getting into the next state, and then the next state, and then the next state. And you'll get to the wish fulfilled. We never have to put the pressure on ourselves to immediately go to the wish fulfilled, especially if it feels too resistive. I need to make a video about that. I know that, right? We never have to put any pressure on ourselves. So chill out, girl. Chill out. It's going to be okay. You're declaring you don't have limits. There's no more patterns to break, right? You are now in the reality where you're getting what you want. Anything you want. With anyone you want. You're declaring it. And let me just say this. The goal is getting you to make that decision that you are your new self every single day, despite what the 3D shows you. And you making that decision and sticking with it, even if you fall right back out and have doubtful thoughts, make the decision anyway. Keep making that decision. It's in those moments where you don't give up that you're in the right reality anyway. You went there. Yes, it's that easy. I love you too, batch. Limitless Queen. I'm telling you, it's just the decision. Not perfection, not perfectly always in a perfect state. We're human. We're going to fall out. It's normal. Don't put the pressure on you. I'm telling you, the more you chill and realize everything's going to be okay no matter what, literally, everything's always going to be okay. Somehow, some way, I'm going to get myself into the state and I'm going to see what I want in the 3D. And I know I'm always going to get anything I declare that I am. Meaning, whoever I believe I am, I'm going to see the validation of that in the 3D, always. So there's never anything to be afraid of, never anything to be too upset about. When we're upset and triggered, we're believing the 3D. That's all. And that's why we're upset and triggered, because we're believing the falsehood of the 3D. The 3D is not your true, real reality. Your 4D is. Okay? So no worries, girl. Walk over to the other state, the next state, and keep going from there. It'll work. It'll work. And to be honest, I had like a similar question in the channel membership today. So I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not repeating myself because not everybody was in the channel membership. So not everybody heard me say it. You know what I mean? All right. On to the next one. I did see someone ask if you had to be on camera if you join the channel membership. Nope. You don't have to talk if you do not want to. However, if you don't want to get on mic and talk, you're probably not going to get into the hot seat because I don't want to have to sit there and do it through chat. That's too much of a pain in the ass to do it through chat. But you can stay off camera and still get on microphone and still chit chat with me. You know what I mean? But no, you do not ever have to get on camera if you do not want to. And there's plenty of people that do that for what it's worth, that they only use their mic. And think about it. Your mic is off unless you raise your hand to get yourself into the hot seat. So you don't, if you're someone who just wants to sit back and chill and listen, you can totally do that too. Okay? Let's see. All right. And also, anybody else who, I saw this too. I see some of these as they're going by when I'm talking. If you bought a super chat and it disappeared, it only disappears from the top. I will still be able to get your super chat, okay? But I don't know what I just clicked on because I just lost the live stream though. That was me talking fucking too soon. Hold on a minute. Well, where is it? Okay, there we go. Hold on. Hold on. Did you guys hear the clicking of the timer? That is hilarious. I'm hurrying. I'm just trying to find the super chats because I clicked something stupid. Okay, hold on 1 minute. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I didn't lose it. Hold on. Poop. Yeah, I did. Hold on. I know that channel members, I know a couple of you put one up. That's the one that's gone. Or maybe not. Maybe if I do this, the live chat will update. Hold on. I think I fixed it. Hold on. Did I just fix that? No. Fuck. No, I didn't. All right. Damn it. Okay. If you are a channel member and you did one of the channel member chats, YouTube does not save them for me. There's no screen for me to go over and grab them. So I'm sorry. Those are gone. Damn it all, hell. Shit. All right. Fuck a dog. All right, Morgan Eckstein, thank you very much. Kim, I had movement, I think. Went to a comedy show last night and SP was there with 3P, but who cares? Good attitude. And he couldn't stop looking. I feel electric. I love that you're feeling electric, and yes, perfect. 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 I'm so proud of you, Morgan. And yeah, you saw SP at the comedy show and he couldn't stop looking at you. Well, no shit, he couldn't stop looking at you. Duh. I was so excited I wasn't even bothered by her. Good girl. Good girl. Because a third party doesn't mean shit. It is movement, darling. Morgan, it is movement. That was movement. Listen, anything SP connected is movement, in my opinion. And then the fact that you saw him and he couldn't stop looking at you, oh, that's movement. That's juicy, sexy, sassy, saucy movement. Okay? Shut up, John! Better not take 20 minutes for my question. All right, Alex. But no, I'm so excited for you, Morgan. Keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, it's working. Way to go. I'm very proud of you. And I'm proud of you for not giving up as well. Third party doesn't mean diak. Third parties never mean shit, really. We make them feel scary and powerful, and they're not. Everything is reflection of us. We created the third party, and we can uncreate a heifer too. You know what I'm saying? Well done, Morgan. Very proud of you. Man, I'm so annoyed that I lost the other member chats. Channel members, if you were one of them, any one of you who, if you used your free super chat today, I do not see it. The only one I see is, hold on, Aaron's, which I'm going to read right now. Thank you for this morning. Funny, a few hours later, my SP messaged me. Hello, movement. Well done, Aaron. Any other channel members? Please, can you put it in here? Can you re-put it in here? Not for me to search it. I mean, put it in like right now. Like right now. Please. Okay? So, yeah, you listen, are you understanding me? Are you understanding me? Because you're all throwing the names at me. Listen to me. It's gone off my screen. It's gone off my laptop. I'm saying? So unless it's a paid question, paid super chat, those are the only ones that I can pick up from a separate screen. So if you can't redo the super chat, Katie, but you can redo a regular chat, and I will read it from the regular chat. Okay? Okay? Okay. So, I'm going to move on to the next. I'm going to keep moving here because we are on a goddamn timer. AMM2 Media, thank you very much. So I am manifesting my SP, but I ended up manifesting another woman who was almost exactly like her, but better. SP is still hot and cold. Okay. So the poop is barking her balls off downstairs. The SP that is just like the one you're manifesting, that's a BBL for you, Birds Before Land. So I'm not surprised that it's an SP very, very, we're going to call it SP2, just make it easier on me for talking. So I'm not surprised that SP2 is probably everything you've been affirming or visualizing for. I'm not surprised. That's very, very normal. It's because you have no resistance to that person. It's very, very normal for when you are manifesting a specific person for other people very similar to what you're manifesting to start popping into your reality. It simply means that all the manifestation game that you're doing for the SP number 1 is in your subconscious, and it's at work. It's at play in the 3D. So as far as SP1 still being hot and cold, like I said many times, you guys are all probably sick of hearing it, but hot and cold is a direct reflection of us. It's a direct reflection of our own hot and cold, wavering, wobbling, any words you want to use. Okay? So with SP, when they're showing up cold, that's usually when we start getting upset, feeling doubtful, right? Getting frustrated, wondering if we're doing something wrong, wondering if it's just not going to work for us. That's when all that crap starts, when they show up cold. We start doubting. And no, what the problem is in those moments, those are the moments when it really, really, really matters that you decide you are the version of yourself that you want to be. That you don't have to believe everything you're seeing in your 3D. Deny your senses. This is why Neville Goddard brought that up relentlessly. Deny your senses. Deny what you're seeing and believing in your 3D. I meant to say hearing. Seeing and hearing, not seeing and believing. But I guess believing applies, but believing isn't a sense. Anyway, it's one of them days. It's one of them days. So listen, there's nothing wrong with you entertaining SP2 if you want to. You're allowed to date when you're manifesting. Actually, somebody asked me that today. If you're manifesting a specific person, like number 1, SP, and you feel like still dating other people while you're manifesting, it's perfectly fine. It's not going to fuck anything up. I couldn't do that. I was not successful doing that. I couldn't. I don't know, maybe I was too damn lazy, and all it did was remind me that I wasn't with the person I wanted to be, so it was not helping me. You know what I mean? But you don't limit yourself if you don't want to. And don't give up hope on your SP1. Just because they're showing up hot and cold, that does not mean a damn thing. It doesn't mean it's not going to work on them. It doesn't mean that you're never going to get, the good version of them. Everything is reflecting who you believe you are. And this is why I say that, when you're manifesting a specific person, who you believe you are versus love and relationships absolutely matters. But what you believe regarding your specific person also matters. Because listen, once we have one negative experience with a specific person, the stories start, in my opinion. Because if our feelings got hurt, we're going to remember that experience, and then it continues. And then we start the bracing for impact shit. Or then we get really, really upset when they show up cold. You see, it all becomes a story we're attaching to the first SP. So that's why I say is when they're showing up cold, when they're showing up not the way you want, it doesn't mean anything's wrong. Keep deciding to be the version of yourself you are. Don't fall into that trap of thinking, I must be doing something wrong on my manifestation game because it's not working out here. He's not showing up correct yet. So I must be doing something wrong. Or my favorite one is, I must still have another block. You don't have any more blocks. You don't. And you're not doing anything wrong. And you need to tell yourself that as often as possible. Put the focus on being the version of yourself you want to be, and SP1 and 2 and any other SP will at some point show up correct. And when I say some point, I mean when you're dominantly being the version of you who has what you want. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. And it doesn't take very long to start seeing the movement of you getting into that state. So don't worry, SP1 will come in hot and stay hot. It'll happen, but have fun with SP2. It's a good thing. BBL. All right, Martha, my dear, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. How long can a shift take? I felt icky before big movement a few times in the past, but now it's worse than ever. Okay. I obviously this is a question that is rampant right now. And the reason why I say that is because I have been asked this question all over the place. It is a limiting belief to think that things must get worse before they get better. It's a limiting belief. And I don't want you to do that to yourself. I don't want you to make that a belief for yourself, because what we believe to be true will be true, and you don't have to believe that's true. You know, keep in mind that the things that we're labeling as bad or getting worse in the 3D, it's only bad or getting worse relative to what state you're in. Because when you are in the state or the version of self that knows you're having whatever you want, you have no limited beliefs versus what you're manifesting. You are the version of yourself who is experiencing, we'll go with SP. So you are the version of self that experiencing the best relationship of your life with the best version of your specific person. You feel chosen, you feel loved, you feel good enough, all the things. When you're in that state or anywhere near it, you don't get as triggered. Things do just go right past you, right? Things that at one time would trigger the shit out of you no longer trigger you. It's proof of your shift. It's proof that you've evolved. Which, by the way, don't start thinking that if you get triggered, you're doing something bad. It's not what I mean. But that's I guess that's my point is, you won't see what you would normally label as bad or negative. You won't even see them that way anymore. You won't label them as bad. You won't label them as getting worse. It's all state related. So it's where you are right now. So does it take a long time to shift from one state to the other? No, not at all. And quite frankly, you are fluctuating through states all day long. Now, what I think you're probably thinking when you're asking me that question is, does it take a long time to get in to the state of the wish fulfilled? And, in my opinion, that's relative to the state you're in now. And no, it doesn't have to take a long time, especially when you don't put the pressure on yourself of, I have to be there in order to have my manifestation. Listen, whatever's happening in your 3D that you're seeing it as getting worse, please remind yourself that there is nothing permanent in the 3D ever, unless you want it to be. Unless you decide that you want it to be permanent. So don't worry. It's working. Everything's working. Everything's always working out for you. Please tell yourself that. And try to just put your focus more on who you believe you are versus what you're manifesting, and a little bit less on your 3D. And I know that's not easy because we got to live in the 3D, right? I do too. I get it. But the more you become a little bit more detached from what you're experiencing in what you're manifesting in the 3D, the more detached you become. And by detached, I just mean you realize it's not permanent. You're going to get what you want. So who gives a shit what we're seeing in the 3D? Because we know it's going to go bye-bye if we don't want it there. So we don't have to stay triggered and upset and bothered. The only reason why we're getting there is because there's a part of us having a fear moment that we're not going to get what we want. Because if we keep asking ourselves the question, why? Why are you upset? Why are you triggered? Why is this bothering you? It always boils down to the fear of not being able to get our manifestation. And that's just not true. Manifestation is perfect. No such thing as you getting into the state, working your way to the state and being there, and then the 3D not validating, because your 3D is always validating who you are. One of the things that a lot of people do, and I was guilty of it too in my early days, holy balls was I guilty of it, is we get very, very wrapped up with what is currently happening in the 3D and the current version of our specific person. And that's not what we want. We don't want the current version of SP, or we wouldn't feel like we were manifesting better versions of them. We don't even want that version. And staying all wrapped up with what's currently happening is keeping you a version of yourself that we need you to not be anymore. So that shit will stop showing up. Do you see what I mean? So fuck the 3D, right? You can accept that it's here. You can accept it, but that doesn't mean you're stopping manifesting. It hasn't failed. You can accept the shit's here, but the shit has no control over you. It will go away. You're gonna keep evolving to the state you need to be in, and you will get what you want. Simple as that. It's just, when we're upset, we're having a human moment. No big deal. But please do yourself the service and do not believe that things have to get worse before they can get good. Because that is a limited belief in it, that it's just not true. I'm not saying that no one's ever had the experience of it feels like shit got worse first. Yeah, in my opinion, the reason why I think any of us, because I've had that feeling too, right? I know I've had the experience of where I felt like things got worse. The only reason why, in my opinion, that we ever even had that thought was because of the state we were in at the time. And that was what we were perceiving. Like I said earlier, that you are always limited to your state because you only have the ability to perceive everything around you from the state you're currently embodying. And, I use this example. Think about maybe you had something blow up in your 3D and you were just fucking devastated over it, right? A pure hot mess express, thinking, oh, my life's over because this thing is here. And then maybe after you've calmed down a little bit, a few hours later, you suddenly look at that whole situation and realize, what the fuck was I worried about? I'm already thinking of solutions, even though we don't need to find the solutions, right? We don't have to worry about the how. But what I mean is, you already are starting to see the whole circumstance a little bit differently. It's a little less scary, right? Because you're chilled. It's not just that you're chilled. It's because you are fluctuating through states. You shifted, and that's why your perception of the circumstance changed. And that's happening to us all day long. Hence, why our job is to be the observer of our thoughts and not instantly believe every thought that enters our mind. Our thoughts are a product of who we are being, aka what state we're in. So when we're having shitty, unfavorable thoughts and they're making us feel a certain type of way, that's your moment to say, okay, this thought makes me feel yucky. It makes me feel fearful that I'm not going to get my manifestation. It makes my body feel a certain type of way. So that means that thought doesn't belong to me anymore. That's not who I'm becoming. That's not who I'm becoming. That's old self. Old self would listen and marinate in that thought. I'm not doing that. It doesn't belong to me. Use your body as the temperature guide, right? If your body has a shit reaction to it, it means it's not for you. Doesn't belong to your story. Doesn't belong to what you're manifesting. And move along. Don't believe every damn thought that enters your mind. Okay? So, Martha, my dear, I hope that answered your question. Anna Maria, I can't say your last name, but you already know this, and thank you very much. Hello, Kim, I love you. I love you too, beautiful. I love you too. One of my manifestations came in, manifested being spoiled and showered with gifts, and my SP just messaged me about buying me a gift. More to come. I'm living my best life. I'm so freaking happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. I never doubted this. Listen, you're going to keep having manifestations coming in. Whenever we are doing our due diligence in becoming the versions of ourselves that have whatever the fuck we want, things start rolling into our life. So well done, beautiful. Well done. I'm very happy for you. Megan Ray, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. In the studio painting again. I love that, okay? But having a rough day. I'd love to paint your poop for you and send it to you. I would love for you to do that. I would love for you to paint my dog. Girl, I'll even pay for you to do this, okay? I want this. You and I need to talk. Oh my God, that just got me so excited. Yes, please paint poop. Like I said, I'll pay for it, girl. I'll pay for it. Okay? All right. You've been helping me so much. Oh, thank you so much. All right. So why are we having a rough day? Why are we having a rough day? No, I'll send it to you for free. I love your vids. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I want you to tell me why you're having a rough day. Give me an idea. You're missing your SP. Okay, let's talk about that. First and foremost, it is fucking normal to have the moments where we miss our specific person. Especially, yes, beautiful BFF. Yes, a poop, a painting. It's totally normal to have those moments where you miss your person. Okay? And I know that some people who record videos will tell you that's not you being in a state, that's you being in lack, blah, blah, blah. And that's how I feel. Blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Listen to me. Lately, and maybe it's because I'm manifesting it because I know it's fucking true, but I'm just going to say this. Listen, you hear me pushing you about who do you believe you are? What state you're in? Decide you're the version of self who is having your desires. You're limitless, right? I push it. Why? Not because I expect you to be perfect, but the more often you are in that state, the better you are going to feel overall, the better you're going to perceive your 3D, and the quicker your manifestations will come. But you're not expected to be perfect, okay? And lately, I have been receiving success story after success story after success story from people who I personally have been working with, that they're getting their manifestations. And the reason why I'm sharing this, not because, it's because they were working with me. I can't stand it when coaches do that. I can't help that, all right? But that's not why I'm telling you. I'm telling you because it's proving to me, because I've worked with these people, I know that they've had plenty of moments, not in the state, having moments of heavily reacting to their 3D, getting upset, worrying that they're not going to get their manifestation, having doubts. So I know they've personally had those moments, and guess what? They still got their manifestation, just like I did. Just like I did. So you're having a day. Okay, that's okay. It's not going to stop your manifestation. Not going to stop it. You're still going to get it. Now, what I used to do when I was in my own solo vacations, I would have inner conversations with my person. Inner conversations. Back then, I had never, even though Neville totally wrote about it in his books, it just never clicked with me. Just like states didn't click with me until that damn second solo vacation. I had never thought of the idea of hearing SP talk to me. And it wasn't until Katie from she's not from Create Your Future anymore, but Katie shared her way of doing. Yes, I know Neville said it first, but I'm giving her credit because she's the one that made it click with me. So I have to give her credit, okay? I think I've said this in other live streams. So, but for what it's worth, she didn't exist on YouTube yet when I was in my solo vacations. There was no Katie at Create Your Future yet, okay? So I would just have the inner conversation. So it was always me talking to him, telling him what I wanted him to think. What I wanted him to think about me, because I missed him. Oh my God, do I wish that I had been doing the other way around though too, meaning having him talk to me. So have your person talk to you in an inner conversation. Doesn't matter if you can't hear his perfect solid voice. That doesn't matter. You're doing it through imagination anyway. It doesn't have to be perfect. But have him in an inner conversation say to you exactly what you need to hear in this moment. Like, for example, you know you're conversing with his 4D consciousness, right? Because that's all we are at our core consciousness. That's why we can affirm. That's why we can have inner conversations. That's why manifestation works, because we're all connected in consciousness, right? The one consciousness. So have him say to you, listen, this is his 4D version talking. Listen, I'm with you at all times. I'm with you all the time. Let's join together and tell the 3D that we want me to be pushed out. We want this version of me to be here because I want to be here too for you. I want to be with you in the 3D too. I love you too. I'll be honest though, I never ever in my inner conversations did I ever say to him, I miss you. I never said anything that would solidify that I wasn't with him. because I was so heavily triggered by the breakup or the solo vacation. I was so triggered by it. Even while I was working on my state, I was still very heavily triggered by my 3D. I constantly fell right back out of the state, constantly crying. I was emotional every damn day, literally. So don't beat yourself up for having the moment. It's perfectly okay. You're a human. Okay? Have him talk to you in inner conversations, anything that you need him to soothe you with. And remember your daily diligence on deciding who you want to be. And I'm assuming you want to be the version of you who comfortably knows that you are in a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with this person. And whatever other details that you're manifesting, that you're having that relationship. And whatever limited beliefs you once had are now gone because you're choosing to be this new version. Even if you don't feel like it in this moment, you're still making the decision every single day. Every day. Okay?
I'm not sure I understood.
Oh my God, Siri. Shush. Okay, let's see. Keisha G, thank you very much. Hey, Lil Sis. What's helped with the hot and cold is to take him off the pedestal and inner conversations. Got major movement after doing that. Love you. I love you too, and I love that. I love that. I'm not surprised, though, Keisha. Listen, you know what you're doing. You do, okay? You do. And let's talk the pedestal for a minute. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, I don't often talk about the pedestal. I do have, I think, one video that was recorded a long time ago, and it was me ranting about the pedestal thing. I think that when we're into someone, we naturally put them on a pedestal, right? That's how we differentiate that person versus any other. So I'm into men. So yeah, is my person on a pedestal? Yeah, that's how I know he's the special one in comparison to the other men in my life, right? It's not the fact of putting them on a pedestal is, oh my God, how dare you? It's not that. It's getting your ass up on that pedestal too. So some view it as, like Keisha, is getting him off the pedestal, right? It's putting you on that pedestal, right? But if I know some people hear that and instantly start panicking like, oh my God, I have my person on a pedestal. I don't know how to get him off the pedestal. Don't even fucking worry about it. Just get your ass up on that pedestal too. How do you do that? You make this how it's really supposed to be. You make this manifestation journey really what it is supposed to be. All about you. You make it all about you. You put the focus on you. Meaning, no. I'm having a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with the best version of my person because I'm worthy and deserving of it. I am more than enough. I'm the best goddamn thing that's ever happened to that person. That's who I am. Whoever I choose to be with, I'm the best thing that ever happened to them. Because I'm fucking amazing. I'm fucking amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm sexy. I'm sassy. I'm saucy. Also sarcastic and snarky. My guy would say, yeah, she's sexy, sassy, saucy, and short and bossy. But I don't care. I like it when he says that because it's true. Okay? Literally, he says that to me. Or he'll change it up with sometimes bossy. But most of the time it's short and bossy. Because I am. I'm 5'2". I'm short. That's okay. I don't care. I like being short. But seriously, it's just you getting up there too. That's all it is. Don't stress it too much, right? But for Keisha, listen, I expect nothing less from you. I know you know what you're doing. Okay? I'd say it too, Kim. Love it, Mr. Forte. It's all about you. That's what this whole journey is. It's your own personal evolvement through the states. Now, remember, I like to think of the states as being on a stair, right? Stairs. So like each step we go higher and higher so we feel better and better. We get more and more of what we want. That's how I look at it. So Don't stress. Don't anybody stress about the pedestal too much. But I like Keisha's perspective, and it's working for her. Well done, Keisha. Well done. And well done on movement. And I loved your little message in our group today. I'm not surprised. You're having wonderful movement. Well done. Hawkeyes, you're fucking 5'2"? I imagine you are my height. How tall are you, Hawkeyes? Yeah, I'm 5'2". Sexy, sassy, saucy. Short and bossy. You know what I'm saying? You're 5'1"? Love it. Yeah, man, I'm 5'2". You know, I used to lie and say 5'3" when I was younger, but I'm not. I'm 5'2". You're 5'7"? Damn! Nah, man. I'll be coming up to what, like your shoulders? I'm short. I'm okay with it. I'll just wear heels. Okay? Short and bossy. Yeah. That's what he says, literally. I'm sweating so bad, just so you know. And my hair is just going to keep getting frizzier and frizzier. Whatever. All right. Troubled Soul. Thank you very much. I'm California tall. Love it. All right. Troubled Soul. If things with SP has triggered me for a few months and threw me off my game and things are going the opposite way now, is it still possible that my desire will happen? Is this a serious question? Abso-fucking-lutely, yes, yes. Absolutely. Don't you sweat that at all. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about how you were upset in the past. Don't worry. Listen, manifestation is not a perfect mathematical equation. And what I mean by that is, you know, it's not 5 plus 5 will then have to equal 10. It's literally like 5 plus 0 is going to equal 10 million quadrillion. Meaning, if you've had 5 months of spiraling, shit thinking, you know, doubting every single moment for 5 months straight, now obviously we're not going to be shocked and, you know, in horror and dismay that the 3D is reflecting who you're being. But if you get into a new state, a more beneficial state for the sake of this conversation, and continue to return to it, very rapidly, your 3D will begin to change. So you could have 5 months of shit and we'll say a solid 2 to 3 weeks. Really, it probably only need to be like a solid week or 2. And that's full for like heavy dose movement manifestation. Things will rapidly change if you get through a 24 to 48 hour period. You will notice something, right? Just something. It can be so quickly. So no, it does not matter how long you've been shitting yourself. Put that out of your mind. And for what it's worth, if you're really that concerned about how much time you were marinating, you could always revise that you were never marinating. The last 5 months, I've been in the state all 24 hours of my day, in the right state, in the state of having my shit. Revise it. But you don't even need to. It's not about how much to, listen, I know because we use the terminology of it's your dominant thoughts. It's your dominant thoughts to manifest. Dominant. 51%. You just got to get 51%. It's your state. It's always your state that is manifesting. So it's not, hey, you were an asshole state for 5 months and you've been in a great, amazing state for a week. You still got 5 months of shit to manifest first. That's not how this works. So no worries. Just put the focus on who you want to be. Okay? I promise that's not how it works. It isn't. And I know there's going to be someone, you might not say it, but you're thinking it, Yeah, well, I've been in the state for like 3 fucking weeks and I don't see anything. Nothing's changing. And I've been in the state and I've been doing my affirmations. Okay. But there are infinite states. And I bet if I actually got to physically get in your mind and see what you've been really doing and what state you've really been in, I'm sure you have not been 100% in that wish fulfilled. There are infinite states. And you just having that question, you just thinking that thought, I've been in the state, I've been doing all this shit for how long, ain't nothing changed, tells me you're not in the state. No, you're not, because you would not even have that question. And your perception of things could be completely different. And I don't say that from teasing you. I'm saying it because that's the truth. Calling out the window liquor state. Exactly. And just so you know, Hawkeyes, my boyfriend uses that phrase. And I said, have you been in my live stream chats? He's like, no. I'm like, it's just kind of weird that you would choose that phrase. Because my girl uses that phrase and you were what I was talking about. Anyway. So no, troubled soul, don't. Oh my God. Change your username too, by the way. You're not a troubled soul. Okay? You're a soul who has their shit together. Decide that now. Okay? Just get yourself in the state now, or as close as possible. Okay? Things will start rapidly changing. I promise. Okay? Summer, don't be so logical and literal. That's exactly what you're doing right now. Oh my God. That worries me. Because now I'm wondering, oh my God, am I in the wrong state? Don't do that, Summer. It's a decision. You're going logical. It's a decision. Listen, I'm a mother. I see comments. I don't respond to them all because I can't. But I caught that one. Okay? Moms have, like, our hearing is supercharged as well as our eyesight. I catch shit. Don't do it. That's going logical on yourself. Don't do it. Sorry, it's the lawyer in me. Shake me up. I'm shaking it loose. Don't go logical. You are deciding what state you're in. So you are deciding you've been in the right state. Period. Most people notice the movement within first. Everything's fine. Everything's working perfectly. Listen, your thoughts are telling you what state you're in. Your thoughts are. Your 3D is. Stop panicking. If you know you're having shitty thought after shitty thought after shitty thought coming at you, okay, what state am I in? Why are these thoughts coming in? How are they making me feel? Am I able to just let them pass by? And if not, there you go. There's your indicator. I'm not in the most beneficial state. My goal is to go to the next state. Period. No stress. No worry. Okay? I mean it. I love it. I've been bringing up Alex. Oh my God, I love that. I have been feeling better internally. Good. There you go. Movement. Okay. Tick-tock on the clock. I know. Alex. All right. Shit, hold on. Damn it. Mystic Princess, thank you so much. Kim, I have been doing so good despite radio silence and no movement. However, Jesus, I'm going to answer you still. Hold on. However, I need a kick in the pants. Last week, I have been doubting and even thinking if it is possible for SP to come back, and am I being delusional as fuck? First of all, we want you to be delusional. We want you to be delusional. Delusion is our friend. Logic is not. Logic is not invited to this fucking party. Ever. Okay? No one's ever giving a free invite to logic. It's not our friend. All right? And for what it's worth, I think everybody, if they're being 100% honest, if they're manifesting a specific person, they have at some point thought the thought, am I just wasting my time? Am I being stupid? Should I just move on to somebody else? I'm sure every one of us, if we were being honest, has had that moment. Okay? Teacher Kim dismisses, not the bell. I am a teacher Kim. Teacher Kim, I like that. So the past week you've been doubting, which, listen, we're fucking humans. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be afraid of having human moments, please. I know, oh my God, so I wish I had more fucking time because, listen to me. I know that this community really presses the message of, you get rid of all your negative thoughts. You can't have a negative thought. Oh my God, don't you react in your 3D. Oh, if you're having a doubtful moment, that's you being in lack and you're not going to have your manifestation. It's so fucking negative, and I know it is. Fuck it all. Fuck that all. Hear me. Anybody that records a video, I don't even like saying coaches, anybody that records videos on this content, if they're not guilty of just regurgitating another creator's content, which we all know that happens because you can tell because they can't answer a fucking question off the cuff. They need to do their fucking research of watching somebody else's video. Okay? I'm just saying. There's that. And then they can only teach you from where they are. So if they've never reached a state where the realization kicks in that we know we really are limitless and it's just a fucking decision, if they've never been there, they can't perceive that either. So they teach limits. And it's almost, like I said, it's almost not even like their damn fault. It's just what state they are in. But not everybody who records a video is a fucking actual guru. Do you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, we are all individual gurus of our own damn realities. Right? But I promise you, there's like just so much on, oh, you're a bad manifester because you cried, you spiraled, you triggered piece of shit, right? There's so much of that. And it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You could have a bad day and you can still get your fucking manifestation. And I am your proof of that. I am your proof of that. Please think of my experiences because I share them. I might hold back some nuggets until I'm ready to put them out there in the real world on my fucking channel. But that's because, I'm a little protective of my manifestations, especially the loved ones. But I eventually share every fucking detail of my life with you guys. But I'm still a human, so I want some stuff to me, right? But anyway, I am telling you personally, it's okay. Stop being afraid of the fact that you had a bad day or a week. Stop being afraid of that. Stop thinking that you have fucked anything up. Stop thinking that your manifestation's never going to come. Now I can comfortably tell you, no, you are not a dumbass for wanting to manifest your person. You're not. Is it possible to actually manifest a specific person and have a relationship with them? Abso-fucking-lutely yes. Yes, it is possible to do that. 100% possible. I sincerely mean that. Okay, no, this is not an intro into I'm selling an SB course. I'm being real. So you're not stupid for wanting to do this. If you want that person and you love that person, then decide you're going to have that relationship. Decide it and keep making that decision. Your decision should be, in my opinion, that you are at minimum becoming If you can't say I'm already in the wish fulfilled, I'm already that person, then you're becoming the version of yourself that feels good enough. I'm worthy enough. I'm lovable. I can accept love. What are all the things? All the limitations. I'm none of them anymore. Right? I'm limitless. And I'm having a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship with whom I choose. And I choose this person. And I'm going to be in that relationship. And they're going to be the best version of them that I've ever experienced. Even if in this moment there is nothing going on. It's a fucking ghost land in the 3D. That doesn't matter. There is always movement. And I know that's another phrase that's just thrown around, but don't lose sight of what that phrase means. There really is always movement. And if you're not seeing it out here, it's okay. More than likely, it's happening on the end of your specific person. I cannot tell you. I know I don't post a lot of success stories. And that's because I have a limiting belief, and I'll own it, that I believe that posting too many success stories does two things. Some people get triggered by them because they compare themselves to those who got their manifestations, which we shouldn't do, but I know it happens. So there's one part of my limiting belief. And my other limiting belief, and it is limiting, is I feel that when coaches constantly rev up all their success stories, it to me looks yucky. It looks like that person is saying, oh, they listened to me. Look at all the successes, when it wasn't you manifesting, asshole. It was that person. So it's not your success, it's their success. And I have that limiting perspective that because that's what I think when I see them, that I assume everybody's going to think that if I put them. It's a limiting belief that I'm just too lazy to change. So I only put them up randomly every once in a while. But I've got a fuck ton. Okay? And I'm telling you, people are getting their person all over the place. And they weren't perfect. They didn't stay perfect. They had days and days of feeling like shit, and it's okay. What matters is that they made the decision to not give up, and they got back up every fucking time they fell back down and decided to be the version of themselves that's having what they want. They don't give up on that. They kept getting back up. But God damn it, they had bad days and they still got their shit. I'm telling you, it's real. It works. You have nothing to be afraid of. You're not being stupid or delusional as fuck. We want you to be delusional. I want you to consistently tell yourself that you're having every single thing you want, no matter what, for the rest of your goddamn life, because that's who you are now. I want you to say that to yourself. Being logical and literal has kept us all trapped as limited piece of shit versions of ourselves who don't get what we want, who have relentless broken hearts, who have no money in the bank. We don't want to be those old boring ass versions of ourselves ever again. This is your opportunity to change that shit. Be a little delusional. Delusion is where we're safe and secure. Trust me. Manifestation is real, peeps. It's real. And it's all a decision. You're manifesting, whether you believe in it or not. I think you all know that. Decide to be who you want to be versus what you're manifesting right now. Decide to be it. Tell yourself you're having it or you're becoming it. Right now, you're becoming the version of yourself that is having whatever the fuck you want. Because you're a limitless, flawless being. Because you are. Because that's who you are. Truly. Consciousness. And we can change who we are at any given moment. At any given moment. It's real. It's real. It's real. I can't say it enough. And on that note, I'm going to leave on Mystic Princess because my fucking timer went off. I finished my question. You know the deal. I say it all the time in these live streams. If you bought one, you know I'll make a video. Okay? So it does not get wasted. Your question will get answered. I will try to go live again. I'm thinking Sunday. I love live streams. It feels like you're all just hanging out with me in my bedroom today. Most of the time, it's like you're hanging out with me in my kitchen/living room. I feel like I'm forgetting something. It's fucking snowing again. I'm sick of snow. You can see my dirty laundry in the background too, for what it's worth. All right. I love you all. I'll see you all. I'm aiming for Sunday. I'm aiming for Sunday to go live. All right? Don't give up on your manifestations. Don't worry that you had a bad fucking day. Don't try to flip every fucking negative thought. Don't fight your thoughts. Let them drive by. Let them drive by. You don't have to believe it because it popped into your mind. You really do get to decide who you want to be, and it really is just a decision. And your life will start changing as soon as you start making that decision. Okay? I love you all. I'll see you all. Probably Sunday, but our video will probably go up tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Okay?